we rise by lifting others. Madam Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. People get built differently. We do not need to figure them out, but we need to respect them and support them. And due to these inbuilt differences that we have, we face a lot of challenges in life. And to overcome these challenges, we always need someone to support us and to guide us. Now, what comes to your mind when we speak of such individuals who support us? Yes, mentors. Now, we all have our mentors in life, knowingly or unknowingly. So with these differences and various stages we go out through in our life, we meet different mentors with different styles. But not every mentor-mentee style will be successful. So it is important that you filter your thoughts, identify the people around you, and know who's the best mentor for you. Now, all of us have our first mentors in our life. And for most of us, it is none other than our very own parents. With the people that I have associated, and as per my personal opinion, no matter who was there for me, the only person who has never let me down and has always been there for me is my mother. So I'm not a person who actually talks a lot about my emotions, not even with my best friends. So most of the time, people get me wrong. Now, we all have certain phases in our lives, tough times, certain points that push you to the ground. You feel like everything is going wrong. Nothing is going right. You hate yourself. You start to doubt yourself. You don't know what you're doing. If you have been in such a situation, yes, I understand. And I had such a phase in my life where I was at the verge of giving up on everything and giving up on the things that I loved, Toastmasters, comparing, and whatnot. And me being a person who doesn't really get moved by all these motivational lectures, videos, and whatnot, found it hard to have someone to talk to. But my mom knew who I was. So she did what needs to be done. And that was to believe in me and to support me and be there right for me at the times of my hard times. Now, throughout my life, I am a person who learned everything the extreme hard way. May it be relationships, friendships, understanding life and its realities, all of that in the most toughest possible ways. So I was back then a very weak girl. Now, my father, being a business person, is most of the time occupied with the nature of work that he's engaged in. So the entire household was on my mother's shoulders. And I saw growing up how courageous and how strong she was, upbringing me and my brother into who we are today. And that was how I turned into an independent girl, strong girl, who would look at challenges with a smile and depend or not depend on anyone but myself. So this is how she supported me, being an example and by the guidance. Now, as you all know, in the Toastmasters fraternity too, we get our very own mentors who will help us grow ourselves and guide us throughout our Toastmaster journey. And if I did not mention about this person, I would be failing in my duty. Now, as you all might know or not know, I am an extremely lazy person, the queen of procrastination. It took me months to do my icebreaker after registering. And that was also thanks to Nimnaka and Himanshu. Now, my mentor in Toastmasters is none other than Toastmaster Himanshu. Now, I know he's an extremely hard person to catch, but trust me, he's always there for his mentees when you need guiding through his very good skills in public speaking. Now, in 2020, if I'm not wrong, K2 Toastmaster did this youth leadership program to the defense school where we went and taught these kids. And I was supposed to do my icebreaker on this day. Now, up until that day, Himanshu Ayya was pushing me and asking me to send the script. Rochelle, are you done with it? Send. But I did not. And right the day before this day, I was supposed to give my icebreaker. Rochelle, being Rochelle, went near Himanshu Ayya. Himanshu Ayya, I'm not ready. Can I do my speech on another day? I saw the horror and that terrific face on Toastmaster Himanshu. If you won't do it all, just go. I'll just get someone else. I had a good minute of silence right there. I know it's okay. I'll do it. And that is how I did my icebreaker, even though it turned sort of into a disaster due to my less preparations, but still I managed. And not just speeches, even when it comes to computing. Toastmaster Himanshu, one of the computers at university, and it is through his guidance that I am able to manage computing all by myself today. Now, I know I'm not an easy person to deal with at all, but having the right mentors can do wonders. Now, as I told you, we have different mentors at different stages in life, and you need to make the right choice because you are a product of whatever you surround yourself with. No matter whatsoever it is, you are going to turn into that. So with the right mentoring and a sense of believing in yourself, trusting in yourself, you can be the best version of yourself. Last but not least, always be grateful. Over to you.
How many of you will say that you had a wound in the past which you turned into a wisdom? Most of you might have. I'm not asking about physical wounds. You know what I meant. This topic is perfectly who I am. If you have met me a year ago, I am a full wound, completely filled with wounds, not just one, many. You might have met the most pessimistic person if you have met me 1 year before. I just almost gave up on everything in my life. My degree, my passion, everything, simply everything. I was on the verge of giving up my life as well. But something hit me harder on June 2020. It was nothing big, but I realized that I am more than I believe to be. I'm all inspiring than I trust me to be. And figure it out that I can do than I think. What did I do? Simple. Just sat back, listened to myself, listened to my inner intuitions, and started discovering little by little who I was. Eventually, 2 months went, 3 months went. Then came 2021, January. I joined Toastmasters. Trust me, my dear Toastmasters, that was the best decision I ever took to turn my wounds into wisdom. Today, if I'm speaking in front of you all with no fear, making myself better every single day, it's all because of Toastmasters. Toastmasters plays a huge role in making my wounds into wisdom. You might have figured your own way. If you are, just take your head back, sit down, and realize what was that one point which turned your wounds into wisdom. You might have not figured it yet, but your wounds can always be turned into wisdom. Over to you, Evaluator.
First of all, I have to congratulate all the table topic speakers for taking up the task and executing it in flying colors. So first we have Toastmaster Udita, and he spoke on words may inspire, but action create change. Toastmaster Udita, your words definitely inspired us to create change through action. So you started with a great opening. You brought up something that you told in your class. It brought humor as well. So it was personal to you as well. Something like small as a conductor, you brought it out to great actions. And throughout, and in your speech, you gave a great message, through great examples like relationships and best. And you even used the idiom of the day, which is really cool, the best of both worlds. And you always encourage the audience to do something great with your actions. It is a great take home message, and you added more value to your speech. So I saw an excitement from the beginning towards the end. So a small point of improvement that I can give it to you was your excitement was too much, I can say at this point, because you went really at a really fast pace. Sometimes the audience can think you are a bit nervous. That can be the issue. At this time, you can have phases on your speech. So you can tone your voice down and then you can tone your voice up. That will add more color throughout your speech. All in all, you gave a great message and I loved your speech, and we will definitely do great actions from your inspirational words. To
Thank
talk
you.
about the third speaker, Toastmaster uh, Kershana, who is also an evaluator, talked about turn your wounds into wisdom. Now, Toastmaster Kershana, you opened with a question. Now, that is a great way to catch the audience. So, I really kudos on it. And then you also use gestures through your speech, which is rare to see in table topics usually. So you went from personal experience 1 year ago, and then June 2020, you became more inspired. You gave that personal touch as well to your speech, that you connected to the audience through that. And then you joined Toastmasters, which is really cool for our guests also. They can get they can involve with Toastmasters. We can get more members. So that is also great touch you used in your speech. And your ending as well, that was also great. You gave a take home message, which you added more value to your speech. Now you had a beginning, a middle, and end, which is really cool in a table topic because you have to think on your spot. You have to give the elevation on the spot. So you did it with the flying colors. This is something you can add in future. You can add these points in your future. So I saw a single face throughout your speech. Now you can change this because 1 year ago you were kind of given up, you lost your passion. Now you can lower your voice, and through those voice variations also you can give your sad effects to the audience. But since you went on a same pace, we didn't really catch on those points. So when you're going future with future table topics, you can add variations to your voice, and then one up from June 2020, you can increase your voice and show your excitement, show your inspiration, and join Toastmasters. You can show your inspiration, how wounds actually turned into wisdoms. So that's, you can use it for your future speeches. All in all, great speech, great take home message, and congratulations.
Thank you, Toastmaster.